It's time to pull some shards.
Shoot him, Kevin!
Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. I am very excited because we are going to pull some shards. We are in the middle of a summon rush, or at the start of a summon rush for the fusion. I'm very excited. I was driving all day and now I get a nice relaxing day where I get to pull some shards, so I'm very excited for that. So total amount of shards that we need is 3,200. Interesting. So that's more. That's not an even 3,000, so I'll actually need to pull a little bit more than 6 sacred. You know what, we'll pull 7 sacreds and just go straight up to the Immortal Soulstone here and get that too. Now I wanted to talk about the summon rush a little bit though. I do have currently 21 sacred shards. It is very tempting to go for these twisted horns, but I kind of looked at the relics a little bit. And you get the standard group and then you get the event group because they would be from the event stuff. I know the mythicals are good. I just don't know that I'm willing to invest that many sacred shards. And I wanted to talk about why, for me personally and my account, that I feel a little bit differently than perhaps you might feel for your account, right? So for me personally, it's a little bit better for me to save these sacreds and perhaps try and find an opportunity to target other champions in some way in the future. And so listen up, I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. While I am going to go for Glacid on this one because he is my most wanted out of this, for me it just makes a lot of sense to continue saving those sacreds, mostly because I would really like to go after double legendary events in the future. The double legendary events tend to coincide with stronger progressive champions. In fact, on this, I think it was this very account, I got Duchess and Newt in a double legendary event many probably over a year ago now, definitely over a year ago now. You know, you can hit real big on those double legendary events and you have really good progressives and all that. So while there are pretty decent progressives and one of my most wanted is Glacid, I am going to only pull the 7 sacred shards in this particular case because it just makes more sense to me, and then I'll have plenty of sacreds going into these double legendary events. And they've also done a couple at least of double legendary events that had the faction unity champions in them, which are much harder to get because if you don't already know this, they are not in the normal pool. So you can see here like Legate Teox right here, Vizug, right, Dune Lord, Falmond, Blade of Avaria, Fayne, right. You have all of these that I would really like to get at some point, and so they're only in during special moments where they're put in, usually during progressives. And in the past, that's how I got my Bolent Freewalker, in fact, and I got Teox on the other account, was during double legendary events. So that is my plan. We're going to go ahead and move forward with that. So 7 sacred shards. Let's put Glacid in there. We'll put Uugo in there because I could always use more copies of Uugo to plus. I've got 2 Ugos leveled, so to get 2 + 4 Ugos would be really good. And I think we're going to go ahead and get started here. So let me make sure my tracker is working. Yep. All right, here we go. Number 1. I am on 0 mercy because I did pull a random sacred the other day during clan versus clan, just because they had some good promotional ones. So, and I got a legendary on it. It was a duplicate. It was Loriaka. So, ooh, love Lady Annabelle. Lady Annabelle, that's actually, I think that might be a +4 Lady Annabelle if she's not already +4. Lady Annabelle is very, very good. I've made several videos on her. I actually think she's better than just a Bommel champion. If you're in a pinch, she's a really good support for your team overall. I'm a huge fan of Lady Annabelle. I've lost count of how many we've done. I think yeah, as long as I go down to 15, that would be 6. Oh, we'll find out in a second. We'll go down to 15. I clicked. What's going on? This is usually kind of sign as this. Not a good one. Okay. So this should be 6, I think, right here. Dur the Hungerer. Okay. So where are we at in the summon rush? Yep. Okay, so we've got one more to go ahead and pull here. This will be our last one. Like I said, I am on Zero Mercy, so my expectations were not super high for what I was going to get. Oh, let's go! Ooh, interesting. Beauregard the Elder. Okay, what does Beauregard do? I know that he's ranked, I think he's ranked pretty, yeah. I said interesting because I have the faction unity champion for dwarves, and I thought he might bring something somewhat interesting. Increased defense, 50% increased defense on one ally with the lowest HP. Okay, so an epic does that. It is 100% chance, so it's slightly better than what an epic can do now. A single debuff cleanse from all allies then puts a shield buff on them for 2 turns. Okay, so Mithrala is just better than that. Increase resistance and increase speed for 2 turns. I've already made a whole video about increased resistance, but the increased speed is pretty good, but it's on a 4-turn cooldown on a 2-turn buff. That is not meta these days. Allies receive 10% less damage from champions whose resistance is lower than or equal to theirs. I feel like there's actually some value to that. I would love to see a buff to this guy because I feel like there's some play in this kit that could make it better, right? But put this down to a 3-turn cooldown, make this a full cleanse, keep the shield, right? And then maybe make it just a flat 50% chance or something to give increased defense to the team. Something like that. I don't know. Because, like, yeah, there's an epic. Who's the epic that does that? There's an epic that does that. And we'll go collect all my rewards real quick. Yeah, Tagoar places oh, it's not even, it's 100% chance to place the big version of increased defense on the ally with the lowest current HP. So an epic that I can get with a promo code, or promo link rather, can do all of this. So yeah, or not all of it, but can do that A1 and arguably better, right? Because it's 100% by default. You don't need it to be a critical hit. So yeah, that guy needs a buff. So it is a champion that I did not have. Doesn't make much of a difference for me, but I was intrigued for a split second because of the fact that I do have Admiral Blacktusk and thought, well, I wonder if there's some viability between these two, if there's some synergy that maybe people haven't thought of because Blacktusk is so hard to get. But yeah, no, that's a hard pass for me. Okay, well, that is our shard pull, right? We're going to go ahead and collect our rewards here. I am going to go ahead and take the energy because I'm going to go ahead and spend it immediately as soon as I'm done with this video. And you know what? Why don't we go ahead and celebrate and give you guys just a little bit of extra stuff here. Let's go ahead and do some relics. Let's see what we can get here. Grail of Agony. When enemies steal or decrease the wearer's turn meter, the wearer instead loses 2% max HP for every 1% turn meter that would have been lost or stolen. Can kill the wearer. Interesting. Okay, well, here we got some legendary ones that we get to pull. This will be hopefully good. Okay, Inferno Sphere. Resistance increases by 2% for every 5% HP lost. There's actually some champions I could see some value on that for. Of course it is. Black Shroud Fan, where it receives 2% less damage from ally protection effects or buffs placed by them. I need to look up how that one works, because that one sounds not good. Because most... Oh, come on. The epics are letting me down today. Now we're just hoping for a miracle here, guys. I'm glad for the Malefic Talon, but... Diadem... I love Journal. I do love Journal. A lot of champions that I use Journal on, so I'm happy to get a few more of those. So, well, that is everything for now. I was finally able to get an Arachne Elixir. I was trying for a very long time to get that. I finally got one for my Cavalax. But, yeah, okay, well, we'll call that a video, guys. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. It is the best way to support my channel, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care.